Now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, we had these scattered showers and storms moving across the area yesterday afternoon, bringing some gusty winds, a little bit of rainfall, but not a lot of rain out there. And, of course, we had some of that lightning as well. You can see a lot of that dust and haze being picked up as well. And, again, these rain showers were basically evaporating before they hit the ground in that dry air. So, yes, we had water falling from the sky, but before it reached the surface, a lot of that moisture evaporated, which led to those gusty outflow winds as well. We'll see isolated pop-up showers and storms chances at least through the next several days across the northern half of the state. But again, the key word is isolated, so not a lot of moisture is expected. Even a bit of monsoon moisture for southern Utah is still going to be more on the isolated side, really not very widespread. We were hoping to get a little bit more moisture coming in from the south, but looks like a lot of that is going to stay confined over areas towards Arizona and New Mexico and not make it this far north. But we'll keep an eye on it. Otherwise, expect some slight heat relief here over the next couple of days, but it's still going to be hot. So it's barely noticeable, but instead of maybe right around 100 for a high along the Wasatch Front, we're talking highs maybe in the mid to upper 90s. All right, let's look at the temperatures out there. We've got 60s and 70s across most of the state, low 80s down towards southwest Utah, mid 50s up towards the Heber Valley and over towards the Wasatch back. As we look at the weather map, high pressure has got us to a nice quiet start to the day. A couple of scattered clouds, but overall fairly dry and quiet out there. We've got some stormy weather expected to our east over towards the Front Range today, but as we look at our area, just a chance of a couple of these isolated pop-ups, and they will be a lot less than what we saw yesterday afternoon across the area, so don't expect widespread coverage. As we time it out for you, you'll notice that most of the day will be quiet. It's not until after probably about 2 o'clock we start to see a couple of these isolated pop-ups showing up. Notice the coverage more focused towards the south of I-80 as we go throughout this afternoon. Otherwise, as we go into your Thursday, more of the same. We'll see a couple of isolated pop-ups developing, but nothing that's going to be too widespread. And the chance in any one particular location only at about 20% or less across the area. And we'll continue that into your Friday as well, just an isolated pop-up or two expected. As we go through your afternoon hours, again, that chance of a pop-up storm could lead to maybe a lightning strike that could lead to an isolated fire threat across the state. But the greatest concern for critical fire danger shifts from southwest Utah towards eastern Utah as we go throughout today. So a little bit of improvement there. Now, as I mentioned, there's going to be a monsoon pattern that's going to try to set up as we get towards the end of the work week, but it's not going to be enough to tap into some of the deeper moisture to our south. So we may see an isolated storm or two chance across southern Utah, but it's not going to be widespread rainfall expected across that area. So sadly, it's going to remain on the dry side. In fact, looking ahead into next week, we've got wetter conditions across the eastern half of the country, but here in the west, it is going to be drier, but temperatures also staying above average as well. So dry and hot continues. St. George, 102 for us today, upper 90s for the next few days. Then it's back to the triple digits towards the weekend as we look towards the Wasatch Front, mid 90s for the next 7 days with a few isolated storms over the next few days.